Today, I'm trying out a brand new medium, water mixable oil paints. Wait a minute, this is a watercolor channel, right? Yeah, but I get distracted sometimes. Actually, oil painting was something I used to do in college and for fun whenever I had time for art back in my piano teacher days. I love the creamy texture of oil painting, the long drying time, and the fact that you can easily cover up mistakes. Big plus. Unlike watercolor, which is used in thin layers, you can apply thicker layers of oil paint to create gorgeous textures. Sometimes it's that unique and artful texture in a painting that can make it so spectacular. When I used oils, however, I always dreaded the messy and time-consuming cleanup that was involved after a painting session. Sometimes just the thought of cleaning up was enough to discourage me to even paint. You need solvent like mineral spirits or Gamsol, and you have to really clean your brushes thoroughly. Solvent is also toxic, yes, even the odorless stuff, and many people develop an intolerance for it. Sometimes this happens gradually over time. Now, after the birth of my 2 children, something that drew me to watercolors was the fact that they are non-toxic, they're super easy to clean up and store. Just rinse your brushes and water and you're done. As you know, I love watercolors. I don't ever intend to stop. But now let's talk about water mixable oil paints. There has been a lot of suspicion about them over the years. Many of my oil painter friends refuse to use them because water and oil don't mix, right? And there's this belief that they are somehow inferior. Now, it's true that fewer manufacturers carry them and there is a smaller selection of colors available, but water mixable oils are real oil paints. They're made with oil, binder, pigment, and additives. There's no water in them at all. They have been modified at the molecular level to allow for binding with water. This is a super cool thing about this because you do not need any solvent. They're still artist grade pigments and they perform just like regular oil paints, but you can clean your brushes with water. How awesome is that? This makes them perfect for people who have an allergy or an intolerance for solvents, safer for working with them around kids and pets, and great for travel. When I was researching the facts on water mixable oils, I found this helpful article in Outdoor Painter by Christine Lashley. She uses water mixable oils and shares the pros and cons in her excellent article. I'll leave a link in the description below to that article. My friend Jane Hunt is a fellow Colorado artist, phenomenal landscape painter. She wins awards all the time, and she's a sweet and amazing human being. She's been using Winsor Newton water mixable oils for quite a few years now, and just this year became the first artist to release her own limited edition artist set of Winsor and Newton paints. This is the set I'm trying out today. It's a set of 7 colors curated by Jane. Now, having her own special artist set is such a huge honor. It's an honor for any artist, but for Jane it's especially meaningful because she grew up near the Winsor Newton factory in England and she's a loyal representative of the brand. So yeah, today we're using Jane's special set. There will be a link in the description so you can purchase your own set of water mixable oils if you are interested. This video is not sponsored. I'm just happy to support my fellow artist. All right, let's get into the demo. The colors included in the set are titanium white, burnt sienna, yellow ochre, phthalo green, blue shade, permanent alizarin crimson, cadmium yellow light, and French ultramarine. With these colors, you can mix just about anything. I pre-sketched my horse drawing on my Centurion linen panel. This is size 8x10, and generally when you're painting with oils, you work upright on an easel. I have an assortment of brushes here. These are all oil painting brushes. I really like stiff synthetic brushes when I'm oil painting. These are Princeton Aspen brushes and a couple by Rosemary Company. And to start out, I mixed some water in with my oil paints, and you can actually work on it almost like a watercolor painting. With really, really wet washes, you can just almost create a grisaille or an underpainting, outlining all of the dark areas in your painting first, and then using a paper towel, you can smooth it out and even lift out some of the paint if you want to restore the white of your panel. This is probably my favorite part of the oil painting, is just the start. It's so free and loose and just a lot of fun. One of my favorite combos that I use for watercolor is ultramarine blue and burnt sienna, and this combo works great with oils as well. You can use it to create a really dark, and when you're mixing in some water at the beginning, it looks really transparent, and I love this play of transparent colors at the beginning. Creates a perfect underpainting for when we start to go more opaque with our oils. I spent about 45 minutes on my first layer and tried to work really transparent, mixing in quite a bit of water in that first layer. With the water mixable oils, this watery mix dries really fast because the water tends to evaporate, which is different from when you're working with regular oils. That underpainting will dry a little bit slower with regular oils because you're working with solvent, not water. After about 45 minutes, I had to set aside my project, so I covered up my paints with plastic and set them aside. I went on vacation. I was gone for over a week, and I checked on my paints to see how they did. They were still completely smooth, buttery, and pliable. So that was a really fun thing to see, is that they stayed fresh underneath the plastic for over a week. Now, after doing some research, I learned that even with water mixable oils, it's better to use water mixable oil solvents instead of water when you're trying to thin your paint. If you use too much water when you're painting with later layers, it can actually disintegrate the quality of your paint, causing cracking later on. So as you begin to work thicker with your paint, you're going to want to use mediums that are made for water mixable oils. You can also use regular oils and regular mediums with water mixable oils, but this will take away that water soluble aspect of them, so I don't recommend it, since the whole point of using these is to be able to wash them with water, right? I had some old stand oil in my cabinet that I haven't used like ever, and I poured some of that out. I really didn't use it very much because I was working much thicker, and the paint is already really buttery and creamy and super easy to use. So I found that I really didn't need a solvent in this later stage of the painting. I did use a little bit to create my really dark transparent layers. I wanted them to not be so thick. So if you've never worked with oils before, it takes a little getting used to, especially if you're used to working with transparent layers like watercolor, but it is so much fun. You can push and pull that paint as much as you want and really take your time. You can adjust, you can wipe out. It's so flexible and it's so forgiving because of that aspect. Now, something I did discover about this paint that had sat there for over a week was that with the white in particular, it formed these little clumps in it, and I couldn't quite get rid of those. That was really annoying. It seemed like the white was the worst culprit. The other colors were not nearly so bad. I also realized that this compartmentalized palette really did not work for oil painting. You need something that's flat so you can use a palette knife to pre-mix your colors. So I switched it out and I found that this was so much easier to work with. This is a New Wave tempered glass palette. The palette knife is so fun to paint with. This is one of Jane Hunt's favorite styles when she's working, and I found that with the fresh paint on my new palette, the paint was so much creamier and I didn't have that same clumpy effect. So just a word of warning, if you do let your paint sit for a long time, you might get little clumps. This painting took me much longer than a typical watercolor painting will take, not only because it's kind of a new medium for me, but also because the layering process just takes more time. My inexperience with working with opaque paints definitely contributed to this painting taking a lot longer than a typical watercolor for me. I also find that with watercolor you can take a lot of shortcuts, and with oil paint there really aren't shortcuts. If you want it to look dimensional and detailed, you really just have to take your time. Now, when I finished the painting, cleanup was super duper easy. I just dipped a paper towel in water and wiped up my palette, and of course, washed my brushes with water and soap. There is the finished painting. I took the reference photo myself at the Biltmore estate of these gorgeous draft horses. I love that with the water mixable oils, I could still leave areas of the painting really transparent with some of that initial wash showing through, and then I could dollop on the paint as thick as I wanted and create the effect of that heavy hair on the mane of the horse. I did end up using pretty much all the colors, and they worked perfectly for this horse painting. Also, the watercolorist in me had to leave some of the white of the panel showing, so I left the white stripe on the horse on the right completely untouched with paint, and it's just the most brilliant white in the whole painting. Some final thoughts on water mixable oils. I really had a blast working with an opaque medium for a change, and I'm actually really excited to try these outdoors, plein air painting. These colors were curated for landscapes, so they're just perfect for that, but as you can see, they also worked really great for animals as well. I loved the easy cleanup. It really does make me so much more prone to using these paints. One of the downsides of oils in general is that they can't be re-wet once they're dry. So the overall cost versus value of oil paints is much higher than watercolors. It takes me years to use up a single 15 milliliter tube of watercolor paint. But with oils, if you use them a lot, you go through a lot more paint a lot faster. So there is that to consider. But overall, I loved these paints. Highly recommend, and if you're not already following Jane Hunt on Instagram, go ahead and give her a follow. Leave me a comment below. Have you ever tried water mixable oils? What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching today. I'll see you in this next video.